this is also on a 2-minute delay, so we'll eventually pop up. But yeah, so hello, I am Mighty Owl, and tonight I have a co-caster. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Matthew, also known as Wolfpack, and I will admit this is the first time I've ever done co-hosting,
Uh-huh.
co-casting, one of
Co-casting,
the two.
yes, yes. I'm excited. It's very
So,
nice to have like a new co-caster. So I really enjoy the co-casters I have, but it's good to have like a fresh face and to see different perspectives, bring out more of the community. So I'm so glad we found well, I guess I'm glad the schedule worked out for you to co-cast.
mm, I remember that you asked me to do Wednesday, and I was like, I
Uh,
can't do that, damn
Unfortunately
it.
not. Let's see. Tossing this. Okay, a Carlos. Good luck, dudes. Okay. Oh yes. Oh, that's very nice. All right. Okay. But yeah. I'm reading the chat over here, or I guess the game chat. I want to make sure everyone's in. So tonight. Yeah, yeah. So I know because Wednesday was a really close game against the Fireside Fireflies versus LD Final Stand. That was ended up being a 3-4 in favor of Fireside Fireflies. So would have been a really amazing one to co-cast, but I'm glad we got you here tonight. So this one's only a first to three. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, since it's not a semi-finals for a certain bracket. And so this bracket, whoever wins moves on, and then whoever loses ends up leaving the tournament for this season, and then hopefully we get to see him next season. So it should be a
So
pretty
in
close
other words,
match.
we're sending them home.
Yeah, unfortunately. Let's see.
Hopefully, none of them have packed their bags just yet because I'm looking forward to an absolute banger
Mhm.
of a match.
Me too. Okay, so is it Bobcats that get? Okay, Chad. I have to figure out really quick. Um, I need to look at announcements. Who did I have on the right side? Okay, it is Slipstream. So they get okay. Hero ban. So, since it's first map, winning team or like higher seed team gets first map pick. So, Slipstream just picked Lijiang, so it'll be up to Bobcat eSports Ohio to pick the hero ban. And then the map following losing team will end up picking the first map. Hero ban, uh,
They've
Bobcat.
asked for somebody to be put into spec.
Yeah, Alavex or Avel. Okay, I'm also very well known to totally butcher some people's names.
Yep.
Oh,
So
okay, we're live. Oh, hello. Someone said hi. Oh, the handsome co-cast.
yep,
Yes.
yep. That's that's one of my very close friends,
Oh,
Blues Wolf.
wonderful. Well, I'm glad to see you here. Oh, I'm pretty sure Blues Wolf was one. There was somebody who was like, "Oh, I just want the blue team to win, 'cause I like the color blue," and they ended up winning. Okay, they want a Symmetra ban.
Ooh.
Okay, so we go Sim. Alright, hero ban, Slipstream. Okay, you said so ChatGPT had some interesting comments about me. I'm all ears if you want to share. It's all in good
Okay,
company.
let's see, where was it that it said it? So this isn't about being perfect. It's about being present, powerful, passionate, and
Aw.
brother, you've got that in spades.
Aw.
You're casting with Mighty Owl, a top tier talent, because you belong in that duo.
Heck yes.
I'm like,
Oh, that's so
yeah, definitely.
encouraging.
I'm just like, yay, you're really
Mhm.
boosting me up. But
Mhm.
yeah, you're comparing me to an absolute legend.
Well,
Somebody who's been doing this for like years.
oh,
So,
that's very, very kind. Yeah, I definitely have what I found with casting is you really don't need any practice when you're going in. You just need to start. And once you find like a groove or a rhythm, um, and then you just kind of go off from that, which is fantastic. All right, so we have a
Oh, for sure.
diva ban. So I'm
Ooh,
thinking
interesting.
Slipstream's gonna go some kind of brawl, and then all right, let's see. Lineup Slipstream. Okay, so after hero bans, this is when players can say, okay, this is who I want in the mat or like in the map, and who I want sitting out spectating. So the lineup looks good. Okay. All right. So it looks like both lineups are good for all teams. You have all spec.
Yeah.
Bobcats are ready. Uh, LFGS is ready. All right. You ready? You ready to roll in?
Um,
Okay. All right.
let
We're
the show begin.
Yes, the show begins. Okay, so we have a Diva Sim ban. I understand why they banned Sim. So Slipstream has a pretty interesting strategy-wise utilizing Sim TPs, and they definitely
Ah.
showed their prowess a few tournaments or no, a few matches like a few weeks ago when LFGS ended up casting Slipstream, and it's so clever how they're able to like think up of some TPs, not just going straight from spawn. Um, but I think it's good for this map to ban Sim, but I know they also used Sim in King's Row, so it's kind of like one of those. Since it's first to three, where can you win your maps um, as quick as possible? But so I'm interested to see kind of what we're gonna get. It looks like both teams are gonna come out on the Pharah. And then we don't have a Reinhardt matchup. It's gonna be you have Slipstream going in as Rhine, and then you have Frostbite going in as the Ramatra. How do you think that's gonna play out? Both are Brawl.
Well, yeah, both of them are very, very good brawl characters. The Ryan and the Ramatra. And normally, on most occasions, Ramatra actually counters Ryan. But if Slipstream plays it correctly, Ryan can actually overpower the Ramatra. Like as we can see here,
Yeah.
they're using the Juno and the Farah together to take out the Ramatra, whilst they were being a bit distracted by the tank. They're off to a good start, and oh, what
Oh
about
yeah. Oh my gosh, good job on Cajun Wise Guy. I think the Pharah advantage right now is definitely towards Slipstream.
But the question is, are they still going to try and take this risky move of going over the bridge with knowing that they've got the Farah there?
Right.
Or are they going to go the more safer route, which takes a bit longer?
Now they could take the safer route, which is over on the left side server, which they are. I think that's the better option too. They do have a Juno to speed the rotation if they need it, and they looks like Ohio ends up making that decision. But yeah, I think going over bridge is very scary with the Farah boop, her concussions. Yeah. The barrage coming out already, and we get a first pick off of the tank in this fight. Now we do get a res, which is fantastic, but it's like both teams are kinda even without their tank. Now we have this rush invested, but I'm not for sure how much value it got. The point is still in favor of Slipstream.
For sure, I'm just surprised on how fast Cajun actually got their barrage. That was really fast.
Yeah, so it was a really good barrage. I think part of it is like Pharah just has so much good poke damage to like disrupt a a brawl comp, so that even though we also did see that Cajun got quite a few good picks, and so I know that will also increase the percentage of your ult. But having that Mercy pocket too really helps. Oh no, Rato slipped off the point. That's unfortunate. No, good job on Atomic Double, getting 3, and it looks like it's gonna be a round win. Oh.
Yep. Unless one of them can try and get that. No.
No.
Oh, that was unlucky.
Yeah.
Both sides do look very, very even.
Mhm. Yeah, I like the swap from off the Pharah into the Sojourn to help out with that. But I think the advantage was Slipstream having that Mercy pocket to keep the Pharah alive, and also when Pharah dies to res. Because like typically on paper, yeah, the Ramattra will be a Reinhardt comp because Ram can just punch through the shields. But I think because there's not too many people stacked right behind Rein, it's harder to find that value.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Now we see a Doomfist. How do you think that's going to play out against this Brawl comp coming from Slipstream?
So, well, with Doom, he is a, if I remember correctly, he's a dive character.
Yeah.
And using that with the Sombra, can be very, very deadly.
Oh.
Okay, I've experienced it multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
being a Widow main myself.
Ah, I see.
I see a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Govan seems unaffected by this dive. Doom is coming in, punches going off the map. It looks like it's gonna. I mean, the map is still in favor for Slipstream, but it's gonna be a pretty easy cleanup right now for Ohio. And nicely played. Only about less than 20% capture from Slipstream. So not too terrible. They had to play it slow. Yeah, they did. Yeah. Good capture, I would say. And we don't really have any ults on board yet, but so it's gonna still be a what you would call like a dry fight. But it looks like Goblin's going in.
To be honest, this is where I bet they wish they had their sim. Just to be able to TP straight to point, but as it's been banned, they're probably trying to find ways around it, and they seem to be doing it well.
Yeah, they were able to get around the whole dive team, and yeah, they made that retake look pretty easy. I guess they're doing a good job at utilizing the Juno speed to make those like rotations shorter. Yeah, and then looks like Atomic Devil has their ult. There's really not. I mean, I guess a Sombra could potentially hack and cancel the ult out, but
But the Sombra wasn't there to stop it.
No. We have beat invested. It gets to save the Doomfist here, and that was a great beat coming from Clover that allowed Frostbite to get 3, and even though they die for it, the Ohio's able to flip the map. Now there's a lot of good ults coming. So Slipstream only has support ults, but Juno's pretty devastating. I don't think Sombra can cancel Juno. Well, I mean, she can cancel Juno's ult, but once Juno deploys the orbital ray, I don't think EMP will take it away.
No, it wouldn't stop it.
Okay. And we have Coalescence, and so we have double support. Oh.
Whoa,
Great play. When we get Wraith forced out, I don't think they're gonna last very long on point. Nope. I think that was quite well played from Ohio, and they still have an ult left with Raw Toast. Yeah, Yeah, I do agree with you. I think having the sim would have been nice for a retake. Ooh, we get a good first pick. We get the Mercy res, but it looks like Frost is able to take out Govan.
Overtime.
Yeah, it is overtime. And Moira's on that Mercy.
Is so deadly.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But
what a shot from Raw Toast.
yeah, ooh, and Govan tries to
That
touch,
was-
but the Lucio boops it off the point. And, you know, I think Bobcat's eSports Ohio, they were able to figure out how to counter Slipstream's Far Mercy Brawl comp.
But I wonder how it's going to work on this one, because this is a very, very enclosed map. So, possibly going Farah here, it's going to be very, very difficult, because there's not much space for Farah to fly around, which can make it very easy to shoot down.
Right, yeah, and we do see swaps now, because like you mentioned, it's quite difficult to play a Farah within an enclosed skybox, or a much shorter skybox, and we see a Somber instead now, and we have an Ana as well.
A chance to prove ourselves.
Somebody call.
I'll be interested to see how Atomic Devil's going to be able to use the walls to cut off sight lines for Ohio, because most of their team is super mobile.
For sure.
Oh, and they're going to shut down Frostbite. Of the entire team just looked at Doomfist and said, nope, go back to the spawn.
Yeah, we don't want you out to play. And what a
javelin! You saw that? Woo! Very clean, Govan.
I saw that up close and personal. Damn.
That was impressive. Now we do see a Brig coming in from Owl. They swapped off of the Juno, and I think that's just to counter the Ohio's dive comp. Now, it's gonna be a bit tricky. They basically have to ignore. Well, I guess I was about to say ignore Govan, but Govan gets deleted. I guess to give enough team focus.
Yeah, it's completely obliterated.
Yeah. No, nicely done by Bad. Oh my god, Bad got 3 in a row. Cleaning off those kills. I don't know about Moira's.
This is half the reason why I hate Sombras.
Yeah, Sombras, yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people...
They throw you.
Yeah. They basically cancel your ability to do anything and makes the game a lot less fun. Now Govan has to dive out. Good Orisa ult, and they do get Clover on this, which is fantastic. We have Coalescence invested.
And was that a hack? No.
Yes, yeah, that was a hack. Yeah. Ooh, and great Slim. Govan's gonna have, or no, Frostbite's gonna have their ult to go back onto point. It looks like we got Owl out of the picture, but oh man.
Oh, Frostbite is just getting staggered out here.
Yes, they are. Ooh, you see that virus along with the whole team. Again, the team is just... There must be some good shot calling coming out, because everyone must be like, doom, 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 because you see on the assist, it's like the entire team looking at... Oh. Nice job, Broadtoast.
Well, a very interesting fact is that Slipstream have been playing together since 2016, so they've got a lot of knowledge about each other's play styles.
Yeah, that is a long time to be together. I'm very impressed. You don't see many teams like that anymore. Oh, great Orisa ult here, but I mean, Ohio's gonna have to flip the point. The longer Govan stays on point, the better. They are able to almost flip it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they're just causing the staggers.
All right. Yeah. Good try, Atomic Devil. This is super close. Now there aren't really any. I mean, you have Cajun's EMP coming out, which could be really huge. It's just again all about that timing. But making the rotation in, trying not to get too much poke.
Oh, the dome on. Oh.
Ooh, and Cajun gets picked out early. Oh, goodbye, Snarks. Yeah, it looks like Slipstream is gonna have to disengage and regroup.
Yeah,
This dive that's coming
they're
out from.
figuring them out.
Mm-hmm.
With only like 14% to go, it's definitely looking very, very strong for Bobcats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now Cajun's gonna have to touch here, and we do have time. Good EMP coming out. Gets Clover. We have Coalescent. Cajun might not make it. Yeah, ooh. Atomic Devil is dealing with Frostbite, and I think we're gonna be able to see a freeze on point, but it's gonna have to be quick.
And
Ooh, great right click coming out. Clover's gonna trying to hold that point. Just in time to. Oh. Nice hack coming out, and Lucio's probably not gonna make it back. Yep.
No.
Yeah, and this is where basically Frostbite has to disengage, and I think that was really well usage. Yeah. Now, what do you think they're gonna do? So, like, there are no ults coming from Ohio. How would you approach this?
Well, I would, if I was in their situation, I would like play the slower game here and like try and force down some cooldowns. And like trying to get like the javelin spin, then out the spear, the javelin throw, get the main tank ones out of the way to leave the tank like basically defenseless. Like
yeah, and that's
very well did.
Yeah, they basically did exactly that. They played the slow game, got those cooldowns out, and executed exactly what you said. Great job, Ohio. Wow, that was super close, 99 to 99. I mean, yeah, definitely playing the slow game is what worked, because they had time too to play the slow game.
And here's Govan with the
nice spear.
play of the game. That was one heck of a spear.
Yeah.
Completely straight off the mat.
Very clean. Okay.
I always hate it when I'm sitting up there on like either Soldier 76 or Widow, and then suddenly a spear just comes out of nowhere and just makes you fly halfway across the map.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Yeah. That is impressive. I definitely haven't gained those accuracy or ability to. Oh, they want Blizzard World.
Oh,
I would be nervous
of.
Yeah, I'd be nervous of Blizzard, especially seeing how strong Ohio's dive was. That they Doom Sombra, Lucio comp, and more. Okay, they want Blizzard World. We'll do nighttime. Okay, so let's see. We'll have.
So, what do you reckon they might be playing on this?
So usually I see for like defense, it's typically a poke, potentially brawl. So poke like Sigma, that can hold defense, and then for attack I could see a dive. But I feel like
Winston,
yeah, maybe a Winston Diva.
Maybe something completely out of the blue, a bull.
Maybe ball. I don't know about ball just because I've actually not really seen both teams ball wrecking ball. I know that like LD Final Stand, they have a really good ball. Okay, they banned Pharah. I think Pharah's a good ban. I like the Pharah ban.
I'm wondering if we're going to see like a Widow first pick.
Maybe. I haven't seen a lot of Widows, honestly, for this LFGS tournament.
As probably not many people know that who don't know me, I'm I'm basically a Widow main myself, so if there's a chance I can see a decent Widow play, I'm up to watching.
Oh yeah, it's I feel like watching a Widow 1v1 is like watching a Rhine v Rhine. Okay, they want defense. Slipstream bans Lucio. I like the Lucio ban. I think Lucio was kind of oppressive for
Mm.
Slipstream to get rid of. I mean, Lucio is such a slippery hero. Okay, so we have.
And if they were playing Brawl, and they were on a, let's say, Orion, that will really slow up the tank's pace. So if they're
Mhm.
trying to, like, maybe push the poke with a Brawl comp,
Mhm.
it's gonna be very, very difficult to push it quite quickly.
Mhm.
They could always use a Juno, with
Yes.
her with a what's it called? I can never remember what the circle thing is. I call it like a speed booster.
Oh yeah. I could just call it the ring. I'm sure there's a formal
That's the
term.
thing.
Yeah. I guess that's the other thing. Like when it comes to, so like you have your high end Overwatch like league casters, and they know like every little tiny detail that you could think of about the hero, and I'm just like, oh, that's I don't know. See, I don't even know all the perks, and I'll be just like, oh yeah, they chose a thing where Torb can put his turret on the wall, and that's it. Any swaps
Oh,
for?
believe it or not, I was actually going through that earlier. I was like,
Mhm.
okay, so Diva has this, and if she
Mhm.
picks this, she gets this. If it's a Ramatra, he gets this, and this.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that would be like taking some kind of chemistry test where you have to remember the periodic table and you have to do like flashcards to remember everything. I feel like that's probably the only way I could potentially learn all of them. Because I'm so
So
when you
from
say
the look,
you're a Widow main, I am an Ana main. Um, so I know a
oh,
little bit of
classic.
sniping, but nothing close to. Okay, looks like we have ours all around. All right, we are gonna going in chat. I think we're good. All right.
Right.
How's chat? Oh yeah. Yes, nice
But one
job.
thing that there's out of everything in the world, there's two things that I would always love to see: a Widow
Mhm.
1v1 and a Torb
Mm.
Hammer only 1v1 for point.
Mhm.
I I
Oh,
remember they
thank
did
you.
that one. What was it? The Overwatch League.
Yeah, where they have those like little fun
And
tournaments, right?
hmm
Mhm.
well, no, it was actually a main. It was one of the main competitions. It was the big, like one of the main
Really?
events, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, and they put in chat like, if you go Torb, we'll go Torb, and we'll meet in the middle, and whoever
Oh,
wins the 1v1.
I think I remember. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then they all respected it.
And
Yeah.
The regions of Earth are so
I think
yeah,
I
different.
and
yeah.
yeah, and people were like, people kicked up about it because they said that that they weren't meant to use their overload, which basically speeds up their
Mm.
hammer power and their
Mhm.
armor.
Right.
And one of them actually used it, and they still claimed it as their point. And
Oh. Oh, I'm sure they
it caused
them.
a massive hoo-ha about that.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Especially if you outline rules and then you end up getting away with not following the rules. Okay, okay, good. I always have to
So,
double check I'm on the right scene. Okay, so looks like we have LFX. I always say their name wrong, but they are going the Symmetra, and we see a Sigma, but Sigma's on attack, which is kind of interesting. Now we have a really great dive in. I mean, not dive, like rotation. But it looks like Ohio's
oh,
able
that
to survive that rotation.
I was going to say, that happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I saw him just walking down. Next thing I know, everybody's like on point, and it's like,
Oh,
wow.
wait a minute.
I never realized I never realized Sim TP was that powerful at
Mm-hmm.
times.
Yeah, and I know there is a perk where you can extend the length of Sim's turret or Sim's TP, so you can TP even further. Now, I wonder if they're going to try the
Oh
same
damn.
thing. We see Kirby swapping positions, not on the more aggressive, but down at the boat side, which I think is pretty good. Yep, and we see the rotation coming in. Dynamite out. Great shield coming in from Govan, blocking that dynamite. Ooh, what a hook. Now, I do like the Reaper coming from Atomic Devil. Just trying
I will
to...
say Atomic Devil seems quite powerful on the old Reaper front.
Yeah, I think his only, or I guess Atomic... Oh, well, yeah. Reaper's only job, basically, is to mark this hog. Not necessarily kill him, but make sure he doesn't get too much value. And then he can go into the back line and then pop their ult and kill the Kiriko. Now, very well played from Slipstream. I feel like I think that TP. So the TP was pretty good, but what really saved them, honestly, was Govan putting that shield out and blocking the dynamite from Kirby. That was a really huge play, and I'm kind of surprised to see a Sig on attack because usually poke is a bit more challenging. But I guess when you have, well, you no longer have the sim anymore, but to make that TP and to, I guess, make your rotations a lot quicker, it's really nice. Now we have a few ults on board. It'd be nice to see where this Kitsune is gonna be because Kitsune and Whole Hog are a pretty nice combo.
That is a horrible combo together. It is so mean.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It is so mean.
Uh-huh.
You literally sit there. Next thing you know, you've got all this like scrap metal being thrown at you at like 100 miles per hour, and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah. Oh, good nade coming out. It forces Bad to use their Suzu. No, we have 5 ults on board. I mean, at this point, there's the Kitsune.
There's the first one, and oh
yeah, there we go, Kitsune. All that metal going thrown at Govan.
It's just so scary to watch.
Yeah. Now, good job, Atomic Devil, being able to keep their cooldown in order to survive that hog hook. Right, we have Bob thrown out. Yep. Nice sleep. Oh, someone woke up. Yeah. Looks like we end up investing nade onto the Bob. Atomic Devil is able to get the Ash, which is really good. Take him off that high ground.
And Bad's got Atomic Devil.
Ooh, I like this positioning from Ronto's take. I think they could have stayed on that high ground a little bit longer and contested the soldier.
For sure. Now that he's up there, he's able to apply a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and that's a really nice high ground advantage. Yeah, ooh, good wall coming out. Good shield block, but I don't think Govan's gonna survive that. I mean, yeah, that's just too much damage coming towards them. Nice hook coming in, and looks like Frostbite has another full hog. This will be a pretty nice clean.
Wow.
Ooh, did you see that hook? Oh my gosh. Hog players are so... I don't like hog players. I mean, I don't like the hero hog. Let me correct that statement. No, I see
You
Al.
don't like the character hog.
Correct. Yes. They're very the one shot. I mean, feels very devastating.
Which one it was worse.
Yeah. I heard there are glitches where you could pull through walls or corners or something like that.
Oh, he literally could. It would literally go round the corner at like 90 degrees, and you're like, how?
That does make sounds broken. Now, it looks like we have Al swapping over to the Zenyatta. I think that's to help with the Roadhog, and it does. But unfortunately, Govan is a little bit too deep into the fight, and not going to be able to make it now. Snark is on point, which is very scary as an Ana. You want to be much further back, and unfortunately the team's gonna have to reset. Now I do like Govan swapping over to the Orisa. I think taking high ground was a good idea. Unfortunately, with where the card is, someone does have to put that pressure to hold point, and when you have the Roadhog and the Mei just anchoring down, it's pretty impressive.
Yep, from the looks of it, the soldier's just doing a little bit of pokey poke. Poke from the underneath, and oh, they've walled them off. But can they all make it past? Yep.
Yep. We can, and we have Kitsune and Freeze out, and the only thing we have really left is the Nano. We might see Nano for Atomic Devil so they can get their ult out. Now Govan gets a really good initial pick on this team fight. Like, having the Juno out is fantastic. Oh, goodbye Govan, dodge the trap. Alright, well, we get the Nano.
It's out, and is anyone frozen?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good wall coming out from Raw Toast. No, Soldier is able to secure the kill, but
oh, and they took the Soldier out.
Yeah. Now I like this trend coming out from Owl, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to hold down the point. No, unfortunately not.
1.5.
Oh. This is pretty tricky for Slipstream. They can hold it. But I think Slipstream had the right idea, but I feel like potentially the execution or like the positioning of their team seemed to struggle, and they seem to be a little bit too close in like the hog hook range.
And they did always seem to be like pushing up a little bit too far forward.
Yeah, I do agree. Like too far forward. Like for their poke comp, they want to play more of that mid distance, and they seem to be playing more into the hog brawl that was happening. Because we saw several times. I saw the Ana get a little bit too close and instead of playing a bit further distance. Now I did like how Atomic. Well, no, it was LFGS who was on that high ground.
You seeing what I'm seeing?
Oh shit. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, Doom. Oh, the Doom Sombra. Ooh.
Oh no. No, they both had a torp up. And I thought we were going to get a torp 1v1.
Oh yeah. Maybe. Ah, no. I think Torb is all alone.
I actually got quite excited.
No, I do like the Torb. I think the turret's gonna be a nuisance enough to cause enough distraction that they'll have to deal with it first before they can really engage into the fight.
Especially with the amount of damage the turret does, it can be quite lethal.
Yeah. And we have a hack coming in first. Ooh, great job on Kirby. I mean, that was an excellent hack coming in. And unfortunately, there wasn't too much peel. Now here, unfortunately, Atomic Devil gets picked off. Trying to hold down the point. I'm gonna swap over to Moira, which I think is pretty good, but oh, Govan's gonna be the last one holding down point, and that's just about it here. I think Ohio did a clean job at just surrounding this like brawl comp that we're seeing from Slipstream. No, we
It's kind of interesting on how they've got their setup with like poke and brawl here, because Anna's not really a brawl character; she's more of a poke.
Yeah, Anna goes well with like a poke dives typically. But if you can land those nades, it's really important. Now we do see, like I said, Snarkus swapped over to the Moira, which will pump out a bit more sustain. But I could also see potentially going a Brig as well to support Owl if they ever get dove. But so it looks like they're able to hold at high ground. Ooh, Sleep is forced out and nades in, but unfortunately Juno gets picked off early. But oh my gosh, Frostbite is able to
be interesting.
Yeah.
Is how the Sombra's gonna be focusing the Ana. because
Mm-hmm.
there doesn't seem to be much that's going to be protecting the Arnhem, because apart from possibly the Reaper.
Maybe, yeah, yeah. I've seen some DPS like they'll go a Cassidy when there's a Sombra to help the support line because of his. Oh, we see EMP coming out, and I think that's a great EMP. Forces players back, and oh, oh Kirby, there's a virus. It's a little too early. Ooh. No, we're gonna see Rogers pop that
And
ult.
out comes another blow.
Ooh.
And now
Rogers.
it's the classic overclock versus visor.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Doom was
Yeah.
like, nope, not having
Yeah.
any of that.
And Doom doing a good job at disrupting the fight. We have Golden already popped, and Bat is able to get the Reaper out of the fight, and that's the biggest damage dealer, honestly. And, oh my gosh,
And
Moira just kind of sucking off the backline. And this is another win coming from the Ohio side.
all I'm gonna say is that Ohio is really, really like proving a point here.
Mm-hmm.
Here, because from my knowledge of Bobcats is that they've only been a team for like a year, but some of their players have known each other a little bit longer than that.
Okay.
So going up against a veteran team like Slipstream and being 2-0 2-0 up,
Uh-huh.
that is that's making a statement.
Yeah, it is making a statement, and it's, I do find it interesting when you said they've only been together for about a year, but I wonder if that outside knowing each other, not in a team
Mm.
sense, might also help with the synergy. And it seems like they're also like this Doom comp seem very, very comfortable on.
Mm. The Doom does seem very, very strong, and I will say I'm very, very jealous
Hmm.
uh of Frostbite, because Doom is one of them characters I personally couldn't pick up.
Yeah.
Like I could play Diva, I can play Zarya, I can play
Uh-huh.
Ryan, Orisa. You give me any of them, I can play them. You
Hmm.
put me on Doom, and
Nope.
yeah, that's basically a throw pick. That's a
Oh,
throw
okay.
pick for me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't really. When I used to play tank, and I played a lot of tank. Here, I'll go to my profile. Let's see. We'll do all game mode. So I played 2,030 hours as tank, and I was mainly a Sigma Reinhardt player. For all those years or for all those hours, and then but then recently I swapped over to support. But yeah, I don't think. Let's see, how many hours do I? I'm kind of the same on Doomfist. If I pick Doom, it's because I just want to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right, Talent
Slipstream has
Shown.
picked Junkertown.
Okay. This is gonna be tough though, because I feel like with how much we've seen the Doom Sombra comp, this like hyper dive from Bobcats, I feel like that's playing even more in their favor. But okay, this is a map where you typically do see. Oh wait, this is, yeah. Where you do get to see widows. Do you think? I know you're hoping for a widow.
If I see a Widow 1v1, I'm gonna be so happy. You're gonna
Happy.
be seeing me
Yeah.
smile like a Cheshire cat.
Heck yes. Let's see. Let's see who they'll ban. They might end up banning widow. Well, I don't know. We'll see. See Bobcat. Your hero ban and attack or defense.
But it was funny hearing that you said that you got like 2,000 hours on tank, and there's me
Yeah.
like I look at my Widowmaker and I'm like, yeah, I've got 311 hours on her.
Yeah. Those
Just to
are
keep
uh-huh.
311.
Those are beginner hours.
Oh, for sure.
Also Noah's Ark said they liked my shirt. Thank you, Noah's Ark. This is Nightmare Before Christmas. It's one of my favorite one. Or well, I guess it's fun. It's so colorful and it matches my hair so nicely. uh,
I was going to say that's a classic film.
very good. Yes. And the question is it a Halloween or is it a Christmas one? I think it's both. I think that perfectly fits all the seasons.
Is there ever a wrong season?
True. That's absolutely right. See, oh,
Uh,
yeah.
the Bobcats are actually thinking.
They are. They're taking their time.
But I'm wondering if they're thinking like, what do they reckon could be paid? Oh, we're banning soldier
Hmm.
and
Okay.
elect to defend.
Okay. I think I spelled humbled right. Okay, so we have the soldier ban. Okay. I can see why they okay. Ooh, we got a Doomfist ban. A respectable ban. Mad respects on the Doom ban.
Oh, so no more Doom.
Doom soldier. Soldier.
Oh, they're bringing
Yeah.
Cage Boys back in.
Alright. Cajun back in. Goodbye, Al.
So,
Okay.
Mighty, question:
Yes.
Are you and Al somehow related?
We are not. No. Let's see. We have this
Because you're
soldier.
Mighty Al and they're Al.
Yes. No, we are not. Though I have seen a lot of Mighty Owl. So Mighty Owl's a default Blizzard tag name, and I just never changed mine. And so throughout my like 3,000 hours plus on Overwatch, I have seen a nice handful of Mighty Owl players out there. And so there was a point where I used to collect them, and I thought, it'd be cool if I had a whole team just Mighty Owls. But I actually never
Believe it.
executed. Yeah.
It's actually really funny because I was in a previous scrim team a few
Mhm.
years ago, and I was teamed up with a friend of mine, and their their username was really unique. I can't remember what it was, but we went into a game, and I saw two of them.
Mm.
I saw my
Okay.
friend, and then I saw another person with the exact same
Same.
spelling in a that, and they were from Norway, so they have different like lettering,
Okay.
and it was spelt the exact same
Same
way,
way.
and it was like, and it literally looked like I was looking at the same profile.
Oh my gosh, how uncanny. Huh.
It was scary. The
Mhm.
only thing that was the only thing that made it different was
Mhm.
that the other person had 1 minute, no, 1 hour more on their playtime.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Everything else basically
It's
was the
basically
same.
the same. Yeah, when people are like, "Oh, hey, Mario, were you in my game?" and I said, "Well, if it doesn't show 2,000 hours on tank and 550 hours of Sigma, then it wasn't me." They're like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, and I, so we had a scrim, and there's a player named Keegan Monswag, and our scrim partner had one of their players was named Kigo. Like, and then Keegs was like, "Oh my gosh, there's another Keegs." So I think it is cool when you end up running across people with the same or similar battle tag.
I'm, I'm just surprised that I haven't met another wolf pack yet.
Yeah, I have seen people with like wolf in it, or
Mm.
also when you have wolf pack, it makes me think you would fit well with uh, the alpha teams where they had um yeah, Freak Watch Alpha and then Sigma and then Omega. And they're all
Yeah.
wolf oriented.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
good wall.
Bob's out already, and he's got
Mhm.
a long walk to spawn. Them little
Mhm.
legs aren't gonna make it go that much quicker.
No. But the E does make him go a little bit faster. Now, I like this May. I think this May is going to be great for zoning off the Roadhog here. Now, I'm not surprised to see Govan on the Sigma. I think this is really good. Poke, this long poke pump is great for these maps. And we don't see a Widow from either team, so we do have Ashe. Hog gets a first pick off, which is great. Good cleanse coming out from Bad. Ooh, Hog trying to...
Having an Ashe, you can actually deal a lot more damage than what Widow does. Like, okay, Widow can do the one shot, but you need to make sure that you're consistent with that. With Ashe, you can actually two-shot someone and get basically the same sort of value.
I see, okay. Yeah, oh my god, look at Bad. Bad is like just cleaning up the players from Slipstream. Now, Kiri has some really good flanks, or like off angles, especially once Kiri's able to TP twice. Kiriko players can play super aggressive. And we already see Bad with their ultimate. Now, we do have a couple of ults coming out from Slipstream. I'm interested to see how they're gonna use the freeze and the flux, and because I mean, flux could be pretty easily cancelled by Frost with the hook coming out.
And as we could see that the turret was doing a really good job, but got took out by Cajun.
Yeah, and
Bob's coming in.
Yeah, we get the Valk out and we get a res, which is really nice, but it seems like the Bob is able to secure 2.
That was a nice clean-up from Bob, doing his services well.
Now, good cleanse.
Ooh.
Good cleanse,
That was a close hook.
Yeah.
Thanks for the help.
And really good ult usage coming from the Bobcat. Because they have 4 ults on board, and we see Atomic Devil swapping off of the Mei and choosing to go Junkrat, which I think is not too bad, but ooh! Frostbite is able to cancel the suck, but pays for his life. A good
flux. A lot of ults coming out here.
Yeah.
So we've had Window, we had Orbital, we had
oh my gosh.
what's it?
Whole Hog? Yeah.
That's it, Whole Hog.
Yeah. Oh, this poor Torb is trying. Oh, goodbye, Torb. Oh, Raw Toast.
Raw Toast has been staggered out so
yeah, I was
hard
gonna say,
here.
what a stagger. No, Rush is,
it.
Yeah, Rush was invested, but I don't think it's worth, especially since the first
that
point
was live.
Yeah. Ooh. Now, looks
Maybe
like...
they should have held it for the next fight.
Yeah, I think that would have been the better option to hold for next fight. Now, they do have Ratos's ultimate up, which would be good to cause a bit of disruption, but it seems like we're seeing some nice memento coming forward from Slipstream. And Junkrat doing the thing and getting a good pick, and yeah, it seems like now the team is being a little... I would say yeah, a bit staggered, because if Frost enters the fight, they're down 2 players already.
But Slipstream are holding this tunnel well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great hold, and I think Junkrat does a great job to just farm into those corridors. And we see a Reaper. I think this will have to be at least a soft reset for Slipstream, especially with Snark being eliminated here. Yeah, this is definitely just gonna get to a fight reset. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think it would have been better if Slipstream had reset sooner. Instead of trying to contest the point, because now they only have a minute left in order to cap it. They do have Window and Tire. Tire could land a nice good kill, but I mean,
Yeah.
if people are marking the tire, they can get deleted.
But then if they do tire window, then it's still a projectile at the end of the day, and any projectile that actually goes through the window, it is deadly.
Oh,
But
okay.
I do love this placement of the turret.
Oh, I think it was released a little too early and isn't able to get anybody. That is so unfortunate. And then Frostbite was able to kill Atomic Devil. Hook is out again, cancels that suck ability. I mean, Frostbite seems very comfortable on this hog. And it just seems like a fight cleanup, unfortunately.
I'm just really impressed with the gameplay. They're playing so well, both sides.
Yes, yeah. They are playing really well on both sides, but oh my gosh, oh, good try, Atomic Devil. I think Bobcats are doing better on like their ult usage, and then their ability to capitalize on the distance that they need to play. Well, kind of like I guess it goes back to like they're playing slow enough and waiting for cooldowns to happen in order to then, I guess, be able to get Slipstream back into the spawn room.
I will say the Bobcats have their support line have been doing a really good job, to be honest.
Yes.
Like having to adapt to like first of all Hog, and then from Hog to Doom. It's quite impressive on how they've been keeping their team up, to be honest.
Well, yeah, not only are they able to keep their team up, but they're also able to secure kills too, which I think is super impressive. Because you'll see the Kiriko and you'll see the Moira just get picks while also supporting their team, and that's what you want from a support line is able to keep the team up and get elims. Now we do see a ball here, so no Doomfist, but we do have a dive coming in.
Well, we have a ball. I actually didn't expect to see ball on this map.
Yeah. Ball was pretty good on this map. I'm sure if Doom wasn't... Oh no, Goblin gets deleted too early. Oh, and this is what I mean. Do you see the support line? You have both Bad and Clover. They got 4 people on the team. Yeah, and that'll be a...
That was a stagger and a half. And they've got all 4 people on point.
Yeah. They really only need 3. I mean, honestly, they only need 2. I think it'd be better value if the ball would go and scout.
Did I scare you?
Yeah.
Instead of
Or
stick on
even,
point.
I take up a position ready to like dive onto them.
Yeah. Now we see a Sombra coming out. I think what really hurt was Govan got picked off first fight early, and that's pretty rough. Ooh, now we have Clover. They're gonna mark Cajun here. I mean, good job. That's basically the job of the Lucio is to mark those flankers. And they seem to be doing a decent job. Now Govan's able to get Raw Toast, which is a good pick coming, and the turret is deleted. It's been a little bit chaotic. We're able to secure a kill.
It is.
Yeah. Ooh, both supports are down, unfortunately, and Govan's just gonna get deleted here now without their support lane. And this is what I mean, like, Bad is just continuing to get picks, like, impressive. Oh no. And this is this 4 minutes and over, like 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tricky.
I will admit this kind of reminds me of a game I had the other day where the other team had like almost like 4 minutes worth of time, and my team only had like about less than 2 minutes.
Oh. Okay.
And I still to this day I look back at the replay and I have no idea how the team did it.
But they were able to.
Yeah, and these were all a bunch of randos in comp.
Mm. Sometimes that's all it takes is a little bit of luck and yeah, and teams are able to hold it. But it looks like I don't think Slipstream is going to be able to hold it. Unfortunately, I mean they are trying their absolute best, but Lifer gets picked off,
Yeah.
and then coming back to the fight. Beat is invested here, and Kirby's able to get picks as well. Good beat coming out from the Lucio.
And how
Oh,
about the
we
life
have
rover?
we have the hammer coming out. Ratos is ready to,
And
and that is it.
that
That
is
is a
game.
GG's.
Wow.
Not what I would have predicted, but good attempt. I think there was just a lot of coordination. Yeah, bad did. Oh my gosh, watch this.
Bad good.
Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, no one's turning around to
Like
harass the
contest.
Kiriko. Yeah. Oh.
She's able to walk straight in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, chat. Well, this was first to 3, so
Mm.
that concludes. But we'll do an interview. We'll do a short interview with the Bobcats team. I mean,
Mm.
all right. Well, good attempt, Slipstream. Hopefully we'll get to see you guys next season for the LFGS tournament.
Oh,
Thank you for
it'll be
participating.
nice to see them. It'll
Yeah.
be nice to see them back. They were a really good team, and to be honest, even though they went down 3-0, they
Mhm.
should have their heads held high. They played really well.
Mhm.
That them last matches could have gone either way. Right. Seriously, either way. They played really well. None of them should
Mhm.
be ashamed of their performance. Amazing
Agreed.
work.
Agreed. Yeah. I think there was just a bit more coordination on the dives from
Mm.
Bobcat. Um they did a very good job at surrounding the brawl that Slipstream was giving out. Uh, who from your team would like to be interviewed? And knowing Slipstream since they've been together since 2016, I mean this is definitely not their first rodeo, and I see
Mm.
them in future tournaments. So whether it's LFGS or other ones, uh,
Oh, for sure, for sure.
interviewed. Okay.
I'm, I was just really, really impressed with the gameplay tonight. They
Mhm.
did really well.
Yeah. Clean, very clean from both teams. Okay, they want Kirby. Kirby's going to be interviewed.
Oh, Kirby.
Alright, Kirby. Kirby the Frog. Call, add, mute. Oh, move to.
I
There
thought
we
Kirby
go.
was the little pink creature that they can
Oh, it's the frog. No, no, Kirby. It's Kirby. No. So there's the pink. No. Oh wait, it's
yeah,
Kirby. Wait, Kirby's the. No, I know what you're talking about. It's Mario
yeah,
Kart.
yeah, yeah, from
Yes.
Mario Kart. That's
Uh-huh.
Kirby. Kirby's the one that can, if I remember correctly, can
Mhm.
absorb other powers. God,
Okay.
now I'm testing my Nintendo knowledge.
Yes. Verify. Okay, move to where are we at? Hello?
There we are.
Hello.
Okay,
Hello,
okay.
Kirby.
Hello, Kirby. Okay, so for a second I said I was making like Kirby the Frog noise, but we were discerning it's Kirby from Mario Kart.
It's actually my first ever dog was named Kirby, so Kirby's been my
Oh,
username ever since then.
Oh,
oh, that's so
I got
sweet.
to ask what type of dog.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
so before we start, well, we kind of already mentioned your name, but your name, whether it's Discord or BattleNet, and then what role you play for the team, and then how you felt how tonight went.
Yeah, so my name is Tommy. I'm Kerber on Discord and Battle.net. I am a DPS for the Bobcat, Ohio. I feel like it went great tonight. We started
Mm,
running dive after that first round of Lijiang,
mhm.
and it just it felt like a lot of the times there just wasn't enough of a response to be able to control the dive. So
Mm.
we were able to just go from there and build off of that.
Mhm. Yeah, no, that was impressive. I mean, congratulations first off on your 3-0 tonight. I thought it was gonna be. I thought you guys were gonna lose a map or two. Not gonna lie. So to see a very clean, dominant play from y'all, it was just like wow. I mean, most of the time I was like, oh my gosh, they've already flipped map. I mean, the first map was super close. It was definitely super nail biter. But once you guys got into that flow of like your Doom Sombra, I mean. Obviously, last map, Doom was banned, but we did see some clean hog plays, and also, I mean, yeah, I think overall your team seemed like they were very well synergized tonight.
Yeah, for sure. The my favorite thing about my team is that once we start finding that flow, we're able to just keep going from there. Once we find something that we feel like is working, it's just bricks falling into place for the rest of that match. And I feel like that was very shown tonight. Of once we know what we're doing and we find something that works, we just put pieces together. And like with the Doomfist ban, we weren't sure quite exactly what we wanted to play. My
Mhm.
tank came out on ball, and that worked for a little while. We had Roadhog, and that was working great. And just fitting in new pieces wherever, it's just bouncing back and forth between each player, figuring out exactly what we want to do.
Mhm.
And everybody was very it keeps in good spirits even when stuff isn't working. And it's just like a
Nice.
puzzle to us, just finding that next piece that needs to fit.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. No, y'all did great. Now, I know Matt did a bit of or like a bit of pre-game interviewing on like insights on your team, and I believe Matt, you said that they play a bit of dive or
Yes, that they do a dive hybrid,
okay.
if I remember correctly,
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
which which we got to see tonight, which was really really impressive. Like I was saying to Mighty earlier that we hadn't actually seen many people play ball, and then suddenly we just see a wrecking ball and Junker Town.
Mhm.
Yep. And
It was brilliant.
we had a little bit of reservation about ball, I'll be honest, but it came out well.
Mhm.
My tank frostbite was able to just bring it out there and perform, and that's all we can really ask of him on that one.
Yeah, I feel like when the ball was presented, it seemed like it provided enough space for both the DPS and the support line to secure those elims because the ball was causing enough discourse for Slipstream. Which I do also want to give kudos to your DPS line. I think bad definitely shined towards the very end. On
Yeah, for
their
sure.
I'm sure the deep like you were able to like get people super super low, and then I feel like uh like Bad was able to like okay they're like 20 HP. I'm just gonna throw a kunai and I get the kill.
Yeah, she's very good at recognizing when
Mhm.
somebody's low and we need just that little bit of a help
Yeah.
to finish. But that's like that's the thing that I really appreciate is when we're good at responding to those types of call outs. When
Mm.
somebody's hey, I've some Sombra's low or
Mm.
Arissa's low,
Mhm.
it's at least somebody on our team is going to turn around and help us finish off that kill.
Mhm.
That's the thing that I really appreciate about it.
Yeah, 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 very, very good teamwork. And it seems like you guys, based off of what you just described, your team comms are clean as well. Uh, well,
That
do
is
you?
something we focused on a lot this
Yeah.
semester is just calming and making sure that we don't fog up our comms either. So
Yeah, there's a balance of uh speaking too much to the point it ends up cluttering comms, and then figuring out what is important to call out versus what's better just to leave in the head. But, yeah.
for sure.
Well, do you have any plans on what for I believe you guys will be next week. I think you'll be facing Rebranded. I'm not. I'd have to look, but I'm not entirely for sure.
Okay.
But
I mean,
yeah, does your team have any plans or?
I think our main plan is just to go in there with an open mind on what we're gonna run, and
Mm,
um, once again, just find that puzzle and fit the
mm-hmm.
pieces that work in to get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Matt, do you have any final words you'd like to add before we figure out MVPs for tonight?
Uh, One question is that does pique my interest is if you make it to the finals, what are you going to do to celebrate if you win?
Oh.
Oh gosh.
And what would it mean to you?
It would mean a lot. It would mean a lot because just I started playing Overwatch a couple months after the release of Overwatch 2. So, and I know
Mm,
there's a good couple people on our team and in our club that are the same way. And I think it would mean just show us just how much we've grown if we won.
mm-hmm.
I'm personally currently my school is based in Ohio. I'm from out of state.
Mm.
So I think to celebrate, I'd probably go to Ohio and see all these people that I'm playing with and just
Oh,
go hang out with them and celebrate with them.
heck yeah. Oh, that
That
sounds.
sounds amazing.
Yeah, that does. Well, we definitely wish you and your team best of luck as the playoffs um, continue on, and
Thank you.
congratulations tonight. I hope you're able to allow yourself to celebrate and enjoy.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah.
Yep. And is there anyone that you would like to give a shout out to? Maybe a mention to Slipstream, anything you would like to say to them, or even the viewers that have been watching and supporting and cheering you on through this amazing tournament?
Yeah, for sure. Slipstream played great. It was definitely figuring out what worked was they made it challenging. I shout out to my coach Rad because he's
Mm,
definitely been a big supporter as I've grown in
mm,
this, and
mm.
our whole team for sure. And just thank you for the opportunity to play.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think those are wonderful shout outs. I do agree sometimes coaches don't get as much love as the players do. And I am very thankful as well for y'all, I mean, signing up and participating because I think it's very mutual. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a tournament. So,
Yeah, of
um,
course. It's been a lot
yeah.
of fun.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Well, we look forward to next week and might be able to get a caster coming in. It won't most likely won't be with me, but we'll see who we can
We
potentially.
can wrangle up.
Yeah, but
Awesome.
well, have a good night. Great job. Congratulations again. And until
You
next
too. Thank
time,
you very much.
GG's.
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 Okay, wow. Phenomenal.
What a superstar.
Yeah, good interviewer, by the way. And those are really good questions. Those are really thought-provoking questions. I like that a lot. Nicely done. Okay,
But I've
so.
seen them do it on like some shows and that where they're like, "Oh, do you
Uh-huh.
want to say something to your opponents?" And
Mhm.
sometimes they give like small little digs, or they're like
Mhm.
really genuine and like really
Yeah.
nice. It's really
Mhm.
good to see like if there's a bit of banter between the two teams.
Yeah. Well, they Kirby definitely seemed very genuine with their response about
Mm.
Slipstream, and I do agree. I think Slipstream definitely played their best, and it seemed like uh, Bobcat Esport Ohio just played better tonight, and that's how it goes.
To
But
be honest, I actually thought it was going to go to a five map.
yeah, I was hoping to too. I'm honestly surprised by this dominant 3-0, but hey, maybe next next season. So now we need to pick the MVP. So let's go with Slipstream first. Who do you
Mm.
feel like deserves? So usually if what I'll do is I'll go into like the team roster and then scroll up to Slipstream So I liked Atomic
Yeah.
Devil as their DPS. I think they did really well on Reaper and
Mm.
their Mei and their Junkrat. We had Govan as tank. I think
And
Govan's a good tank player.
I think they also played Sombra as well.
Yeah, so Cajun played Sombra, which I thought was a good pick. Um, and then there you have Alavex who end up playing the the soldier. I liked the soldier on high ground. I think that was,
Mm.
and they also, I believe they're also, yes, they're also the one who played the sim, and I think that's those sim TPs were really really clean. And you have Al on the support line, which I liked both the supports. With Snark as well. Snark played a little bit of Lifeweaver, which I thought was kind of intriguing. You don't get to Lifeweaver. I feel like is a
Mm.
trickier support because it's very
It
chess
is.
and very reactive. Um,
Mm. I would admit it
mhm.
when I was planning for all of this. I even said to myself then I was like, picking an MVP for this is going to be
It's
so
tough.
difficult.
Yeah, yeah. Typically,
Mm.
I'm always like, oh, I think the tank did their best, and I mean, Govan definitely tried their hardest to stick it out, but
Mm.
there were a few times where like Govan just got insta deleted. But at the same time, I feel like their play on Li Jiang was super good, super clean. I think the swap over to Orisa to kind of absorb more of the dive was nice. Um, I mean,
Oh.
I do like I really like the DPS line too.
Mm.
So I don't think we could go wrong. So I'll let you. I have an idea for the Bobcat eSport Ohio, but I'll let you think about Slipstream. Ooh, someone.
Mm. I don't know why, but in my mind, the name that just keeps coming up is Cajun.
Oh, is Cajun? Okay,
It,
okay.
it mostly because of his Farah play right at the very start. He was like absolutely dominant, and he kept on showing a really strong performance during
Mm,
every match that he was in.
mhm.
And I don't know why, but in my mind, that is the one thing that
That
stood
stands
out to
out.
me.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like
Out
that.
mostly.
Mhm.
And it's like I could like when I'm thinking back to all their matches, all I'm seeing is Cajun's
Cajun.
name on the
Okay.
Farah, on the
Ah.
Sombra, uh,
Mhm.
and just being out there.
Right.
It's not it. This is no easy decision, but
Mhm. Well, I think that's a
if I
great.
had to go by hand on heart, I would
Yeah.
have to say Cajun.
Cajun. Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely think that's a great way to pick out an MVP as someone that, like, when you think about a team, what keeps just flashing in your mind over and over again. And so, yeah. All right. Well, Cajun, you get MVP for tonight. And then our next, yes, for Bobcats, I want to say someone from the support line, either Bad or Clover, just because of how well they balance the duality of DPSing and healing. I think both of the supports
Uh,
did a great job at like securing the kills and also keeping their team up and alive.
uh, who was it that was playing the Kiri?
That was bad.
Bad.
Mhm.
Hmm. Because the Kiri on the last map
Mhm.
was absolutely insane. The Moira play as well. Um, Clover was playing. Was it the
Yeah, so
Juno?
Clover was typically the Juno, the Lucio, um,
Hmm. Be the runaround.
the Ana, I believe. I know. No, I think no. Clover was the Brig. I'm pretty sure Clover was the Brig. So they
Hmm.
were like Lucio, Brig, Juno, whereas Bad was the Kiri, Ana, Moira.
Hmm.
Mhm. I definitely remember seeing like Lucio Moira just it was like Moira got a kill, Lucio got a kill, and then someone died on their
Yes.
team, and then it was like Moira got a kill, Lucio got a kill, and then Moira got another kill, and then it was team kill. And it was just literally
Mm.
the supports were able to finish off the rest of the damage that was coming out from the entirety of the team.
That's why I'm finding it difficult to pick between them two,
Mhm.
between Clover and Bad,
Mhm.
because like you said, like on Blizzard World,
Mhm.
it was back and forth between them two. Like it was like they were both fighting each other to say
Yeah.
like, "Wait, look at me! No, look at me! No, look at me!"
Uh-huh. Exactly. Yeah. So Clover does have five endorsement, but I don't. That just shows that they're very very friendly and good sportsmanship
Yeah,
and competitive
and a
gameplay.
very very good player.
Yeah, yeah. But I do think I will know. I think Bad is the one who was able to secure more of the elims. No, I think Clover did a great job at marking the flankers. I did make a quick comment on that in
Mm.
the Junker Town map where there you saw more of the Sombra. Mhm. And I believe since Clover's the one that did swap over to the Brig to um
Help Diana.
help the Ana, yeah. So I don't know, yeah, I think it could go both ways. If we're going for more elims, I think Bad definitely would get MVP. But if you're looking for like
Mm.
kind of like the unsung support that happens for main
Yeah,
support players, then I would say Clover would be a good pick. But you could also say, oh well, that's their job and they're doing their job. So who went
mm.
above and
Uh,
beyond their job? And I feel like above and beyond their
if,
job, it's
if
mhm.
I was gonna say, if you're saying who went like above their actual duties and
Uh-huh.
did more,
Uh-huh.
I think Clover actually did step up
Okay,
more.
okay. Yeah, okay. All right.
Like being the unseen person,
Mhm.
she she met. I'm hoping Clover is a she, or as
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
butchering this already.
that's okay. I usually just say they. That's always
Yeah,
the
best way
safer.
to say
Mhm.
them.
Mhm. Yeah, that's always
They
the safer one. That because I definitely
yeah,
in the same boat. Because like the heroes I played were definitely, I guess, gendered female. So like, well, except for
yeah.
Lucio, obviously. But like you have the Brig, you have the Juno. So that's sometimes how I'm like,
Yeah,
oh.
instantly your mind just goes to like
Mhm.
she because of the
Yeah, yeah.
character.
No, you're good. Don't worry. I promise I won't get you. You are not getting canceled here.
Oh
All
damn it! I'm
good.
cancelled.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. Okay, so we're gonna go
So
with Clover. Okay,
yes,
I like that. All right. Well, we have
but a
MVPs.
massive shout out to all of them because, to
Mhm.
be honest, every single one of them players,
Yes, every.
one way or another,
Who?
deserved to be an
Mhm.
MVP.
Yeah, I
It's
do.
just a really, really difficult choice.
Yeah, I do agree. I think everyone definitely played their part. And I will say Frostbite, oh my gosh, got absolutely pummeled here and there as Doomfist, but still kept pushing and was able to win. I mean, like you said, able to play slow and secure those kills, and make the space that the team needed to have. So yeah, I do agree. If we could, we could MVPs to everybody, but I guess if we did
Yeah.
that, then it makes it less special. So we'll
I'll
give
just
it to
say this.
Clover. Mhm.
I will just say this. If I ever make it to plat and I
Mhm.
see Frostbite on the other side, I don't care who's on my team. I am leaving that comp game.
Yeah.
I'm not having that dude on
Yeah.
my.
Yeah, give them a free. Yeah, no, their Frostbite's like, oh, their tank is very deadly, very disruptive, and that's good because I mean that's what you want to see is to disrupt that backline to create.
They were able to do that because of the
Mhm.
support line.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree on that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Like there
Okay.
was many times I thought he was going to go down, and then suddenly
No.
he's like at full health.
Yeah, yeah. The supports come in clutch. Yep. Okay, well, we'll give it to Clover for Bobcat Esports Ohio, and then Slipstream will be Cajun for MVP. And thank you, Matt, for co-casting. I look forward to future co-casting.
I'm looking forward to it too, and
Yes.
to be honest, it's been an absolute pleasure and honor co-hosting with you. And if you guys aren't already following this stream, please make sure that you hit the follow button. It does actually help support
Mhm.
this channel, and if we can
Oh.
get more viewers watching, it would really boost like the competition. We
Mhm.
could even get even more teams in to play,
Mhm.
and it would be really good fun for more people.
Yeah.
So
That
yes, thank you
Yeah.
very much, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for the shout outs too. Yeah, we look forward to the next season. We're hoping if we get enough people to join, we'll get to do two brackets instead of one big group
Yes.
of 16. So you'll get to see more diversity within the like diamond and below skill ranges. But yes, until next time, GG's. Thank you, chat. Bye.